Angry Grandpa died on December 10th, 2017. His YouTube channel had 4.8 million subscribers, and every single one of them was there for him. 9 years later, that channel still exists. It just doesn't have anything left to say. Here's what makes it strange. The channel didn't shrink. It has more subscribers now than on the day he died, almost 5 million, and nearly 2 billion views. By every number YouTube shows you, it is healthier than ever. But in the week after the funeral, his son made a promise to the people watching. 9 years on, most of it still hasn't arrived. That promise is the whole story. And it's the answer to what actually happened to the Angry Grandpa channel after he died. Charles Marvin Green Jr. was 67 years old, living in Summerville, South Carolina. His youngest son Michael pointed a camera at him because the family had opened presents without waiting, and Charles was furious about it. Michael uploaded the result to Break.com. It went viral. The Angry Grandpa was born on a Christmas morning by accident. Michael has always said the anger was real, that he filmed his father to show people what he could be like. 3 years later, in June 2010, they gave it a proper home, a channel called The Angry Grandpa Show. The format never really changed. Michael provokes, Charles erupts, something gets destroyed. Furniture, televisions, kitchen appliances, and it worked at a scale almost nobody was reaching in 2010. His videos ran on MTV, on True TV, on British television. Angry Grandpa became a genuine internet celebrity in his 60s, having spent most of his life broke. The money changed things. In 2015, Michael bought his father a house and filmed himself handing it over. There was a merchandise line run with a management company, launched only months before the end. What the numbers don't show is that this was a repair job. Charles and Michael had a difficult history. The channel gave them a reason to spend a decade in the same room every day. In February 2017, Charles was diagnosed with cancer. He beat it. Then came pneumonia, then cirrhosis of the liver. He died at home on December 10th at 67. The last prank had been filmed 2 months earlier. Michael announced it himself on the channel in a video called R.I.P. Angry Grandpa. He said something in that period that turned out to be more accurate than he could have known. That YouTube is a very fickle game. Channels rise and vanish inside a year. His had lasted 10. Then, on December 17th, 1 week later, he uploaded a second video about what happens next. And this is the moment the channel's entire future was set. He said there was unreleased footage, videos that had been deleted, videos never posted, material sitting on hard drives. He intended to put it out. Think about what that meant to 4.5 million people who had just lost the person they tuned in for. It meant the story wasn't finished. There was more Angry Grandpa somewhere, and it was coming. Uploads to the Angry Grandpa channel did continue. A trickle, nothing like the old pace. Some genuinely unseen, some tributes, some the previously deleted material. But fans started noticing a pattern. Videos labeled as unseen looked familiar. Older uploads that had never performed, or edited versions of things already public. Long gaps opened between them. Months, then years. Michael has offered explanations over time, including a laptop that went missing with footage on it. Whether that's fair is genuinely contested, and the loudest critics are people who feel personally let down, which is not the same as being right. What isn't contested is the outcome. The archive people were promised has never fully arrived, and the channel spent 9 years in a state of always one more video away from the thing everybody was waiting for. Now here's the part that should be strange, and isn't. The Angry Grandpa channel kept growing anyway. Nearly 2 billion views, almost 5 million subscribers, more than when he was alive. The Christmas video, the rage clips, the destruction, they still get watched every day, mostly by people who were never there for any of it. Because that's what happens to an archive. It doesn't need new episodes, a back catalog that big keeps working on its own, feeding itself through search and recommendations forever. So the channel didn't fail. That's the thing people get wrong about it. It became a museum, and a museum can't grow because the exhibit is finished. Every Angry Grandpa video was filmed before December 2017, and no amount of management changes that. Michael inherited an enormous audience for a show that could not produce another episode. He tried the obvious things, posted about other topics, made tributes, moved most of his own work to his personal channel. None of it fit because the audience was never his. They came for his father, which raises the question nobody asked in 2010 when a viral Christmas video turned a broke 67-year-old into a star. What is a channel worth when the channel is a person? Angry Grandpa built something real. Not the rage, the 10 years he and his son spent making each other laugh on camera after decades of not speaking properly at all. That part isn't in question. It's in the videos, and it's why people still watch. But it was never transferable. You cannot leave a personality to someone in a will. The moment Charles Green died, the most valuable thing on that channel stopped being renewable. And every decision made since has been a decision about how to manage a fixed supply. 9 years on, the Angry Grandpa channel is still there, still growing, still finished.